I think this digital is for the manufacturing industry with the legacy that you have people from very senior levels from a different era of digital to the youngsters who are digital in many ways but not really digital in manufacturing. It's a big challenge. First of all, to fathom who's got to unlearn what and who's got to learn which part of the digital chain is the first difficulties. At the other end, when the youngsters come into the picture, you have to focus them because they are digitally very savvy. So they keep meandering about without completing what they are supposed to complete as a competency program or as a readiness exercise. And all these so-called processes and improvements and simplifications in the regular working, the decision making suffers because the team is not uniformly digital savvy. Whether it is communication, whether it is ERP systems, whether it is alerts and communication, we have things like sensors. So every 10 minutes, my mobile will go pop because someone collects a sample somewhere. There is a chlorine which is higher than normal for those few seconds, and my mobile will have an alert. Now the digital guy thinks he's done a great job because he's alerted the unit head. But for me, the end result is I get 150 pops a day. And if there is a real serious leak, it will be the 151st pop and I will not know the difference between the other 150 and this one. So the digital architecture design is a big problem. The onboarding of people into the digital world, whether it's reading the sensor or calibrating the flow meter or acknowledging the alarm on the DCS, each person has his own interpretation. And it doesn't help that in the digital world, things become obsolete within 12 to 15 months. So you have just gone on, and manufacturing sector is not used to this 12 to 15 months obsolescence. Because our compressors run for 30 years, our pressure vessels run for 20 years, our buildings last 50 years. But if you tell me my software update I have to do every 12 months, the only near about experience I have is at the mobile. And if the DCS system shuts down one day because the license had to be upgraded in 18 months, it's a shock for a manufacturing guy who's used to a time frame which is really long. And in the name of digitization, IoT, etc., this obsolescence and forced obsolescence, I'm not saying that obsolescence due to usage, the forced obsolescence is kind of creating a disconnect in the field on critical areas like safety, hazardous chemical, and energy management and these areas. The manufacturing community is used to stepwise transformation. And in this digital, the ones who are running it are way ahead and they are really not from manufacturing. So they look at it saying that this is an old sector and this needs to be pulled up. And they want to put modern Western outfit to my grandma. And that's the dilemma. That's the kind of dilemma we have with the implementation team and the team that is actually running the show. So that's the perception. So my role is to balance these and say, look guys, digital, when it is digital safety, let the safety guy drive the initiative. Let him tell us that for your safety on chlorine, I have a digital help for you, which is better than what you are doing now in a manual system. I said that way the receptivity of your digital initiative will be better. I don't want a hi-fi sounding guy talking about tomorrow your chlorine safety is solved by my digital solution. He doesn't even know the spelling of chlorine. I said, please go through the safety guy and do this digital initiative under the umbrella of safety. Do this energy dashboard under the umbrella of MIS. You come in and say, I'm giving an energy dashboard. So I ask him a question, do you know how does an energy dashboard look like? And just to put him off, I can ask him a question, are you talking of AC or DC? And this youngster is off. And many times this is happening in the industry. So I'm trying to kind of bridge this gap between the implementation and the conceptualizing team and the users who should actually be benefiting from this digital transformation. So it's top driven because there isn't enough learning and knowledge at the base or at the unit, and it's more HO driven than unit driven. And we are trying to bring this change, saying that okay, which are your 5 pain points where a digital operation or a digital transformation can help you. And we had an interesting case coming from the unit. We said in our unit we have 4 weighbridges. Weighbridge is a very essential thing, and normally you will know there will be a mela around the weighbridge because everyone will have to come. It's like a temple. Everyone has to see the Ganesha and go. So there will be vehicles coming in, there will be vehicles going out, and it is normal for people to complain 4 hours, 5 hours delay due to weighment. So in our factory, we have put 4 weighbridges on a one-way traffic system. We have integrated all the 4 of them. So the vehicle is going in a one-way with a turnaround time guaranteed of less than 2 hours. And these weighbridges then have to talk to each other. So my incoming full weight will be on weighbridge 1. My empty outgoing will be on weighbridge 3. And at weighbridge 3, he will generate the weighing card of how much he has unloaded material. And vice versa for loading. So, this was such a problem, and it created a lot of unnecessary traffic around the weighbridge in the plants, which created in case accidents and even fatalities. So we simplified it. We made it like a one-way traffic, and we said, look, these weighbridges have to be unmanned and digitally connected. And they said, no, you weigh it in A and you weigh the full weight in B. So I said, what is the error margin? 15 kgs in 100 tons? It's there anyway in the weighbridge A or in weighbridge B. So if you run a probability check, it will be anyway within 15 kgs for a 100-ton weighment, whichever weighbridge you use it, provided it is calibrated and maintained well. So we decided to use one-way traffic and multiple weighbridges. So the unit said, now we want unmanned weighbridges integrated, not one-off, not single that go back to the same place. So now that's being implemented across Grasim, all the 8 units, based on the demand raised by us, the user necessity felt in our unit, because we are doing a master planning from day one. We have the luxury of being able to do that, being a new unit. That has gone in, and I think it will get acceptance because everyone said, yes, if this weighbridge is done like this and the incoming and outgoing weight is communicated to SAP system, we get our billing automatically. And we said the inspiration is this departmental stores. We said when a departmental store handling thousands of SKUs in a day can do it on a barcode reader, why can't we do it on an RFID basis? So it's been done, and you'll be shocked to know that this was not the case till recently. But some industries like cement and all have gone for it long back, but we never cross-pollinated those ideas of simple, effective digital transformation into other industries. So I am certain that on gas detection, on water management, water laws are becoming strict. We need those digital and some AI to be done in terms of when do we use more water, when do we use less water across the week, across weeks of the month, seasonal, summer, winter, rainy season. So I think digital information processing, digital analytics will help. And we have set up very focused costing systems, because things like zero liquid discharge, water positive, that means you return back more water to the nature than you use. How do you do that? One is you recover all the wastewater, and second is you capture natural water into rainwater ponds, etc., and recharge them back to where you took it from. So you become water positive. In all these, AI and digital integration of information. We have field devices in manufacturing. We have DCS, distributed control systems, but we don't go beyond that into compiling the data, analyzing it, and planning our action for the next year. This has started in a good way in energy, in production, and in water usage. So we think that we have the luxury of starting new. Therefore, we can embed these systems at a very low cost quite easily from day one. So it will become the SOP of this unit. So that's the focus I have been keeping in Grasim in East Godavari.